Well, I guess let's get into it then. Hey guys, Merry Christmas and welcome back to High Functioning Slightly Faded. My name is Julie, and you guys know, like, I'm behind on my editing and my posting and everything else. I actually recorded an episode last week, still haven't edited it. Yeah, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. It's just like the holiday time, so I've been kind of busy. But I'm gonna record this today. I don't know how long this is gonna be, so it may only be a munchie, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out together because I have some notes that I had, but yeah, nothing yet as far as the length. So the thing is, like, I feel like some of the stuff I wanted to talk about today, I can't because it may be related to like a Christmas gift or something. But I have other stuff to talk about, you know. This isn't the only things going on. But so last weekend I had to work, which like kind of stunk, but it's like what I worked 3 days in a row, which was like 3 days of hell. And then I don't have to work till Christmas. So it's like I get like almost 10 days off. Like that's pretty good. But my coworker was like, hey, Julie, like, can you put this together? And she gave me the Christmas tree. And last year she had me set it up too. It's just like this little Christmas tree. It's a really good one though. And it has great ornaments and it just looks great. And then I went home that night and I wrapped some empty boxes. Then I went home that night and I wrapped some empty boxes to put under the tree to like elevate it and also like to make it look like there's presents. And it just looked really good and it was cute. But yeah, so it'll make working Christmas a little bit better, you know, for sure. But am I done Christmas shopping? Basically, but like I kind of just keep buying stuff if I see good gifts. But like I've gotten most of my gifts. I've given like one gift so far, maybe two gifts, and people are liking what they're getting. Oops. So yeah, that's good. But yeah, I pretty much have it done. There's just like maybe something I'm waiting to come in the mail, and then like also like if I'm seeing something I like, I kind of am just getting it, which I shouldn't be doing because some of these Christmas gifts I'm buying are just for me, and like that's not the spirit of Christmas. That is not the spirit of Christmas. You're supposed to buy a gift for, I don't know, your loved ones, your crush, your, I don't know, your teacher, you know, the mailman. Maybe get him like a 6 pack of beer, the garbage man, you know. But yeah. So the other night, so me and Joe, like right now, have like twinning bruises, but they're on the opposite legs. Mine's on my left leg, his is on his right. And TBD, like we're really uncertain what happened with him for sure, but he definitely fell. Probably while he was drinking. That's why we don't know exactly what it was. But for me, I was leaving work, and at lunchtime, my friend had moved his car up front. So I was like, yo, drive me down in my car. It's fucking freezing. I don't want to walk down. He was like, yeah, no worries. But we get to the car, and he's like, oh, I left my charger on the unit. And I go, well, you know, you're driving. It's your car. Why don't I run and go get it? You pick me up at the other entrance that's like close to our unit, and then you'll drive me to my car. And he's like, you don't mind? I'm like, I really don't care. Like, I feel like that's fine. Like, we're just sitting in your cold fucking car waiting for it to warm up. So yeah, I don't care. So then I ran, but it's cold, and I left all my stuff in his car, so it's not like I had my bag. So I started sprinting across the parking lot, like sprinting. And then I'm like kind of losing my balance, but I'm like, I'm just gonna go faster. I don't know. I don't know. I think I was just so excited to get the fuck out of there. So then the rock salt is now like very thick in this area, and it was like I was running on marbles, and I obviously lost my balance and like couldn't get a grip, so I had to keep running. And then I stumbled and almost fell, but I caught myself, and then I actually fell. Almost fell in like a I'm gonna slide into like third base vibe, but hurt like a motherfucker. I have a huge bruise on my leg. And there were these two old guys there that were like, oh my God, are you okay? That almost happened to me. And then I stood up and almost fell again, but then I caught myself. Then I started running again, and they were like, don't run, don't run. And I was like, no, I'm good, I'm good. Because I was so embarrassed. I was like, let me get the fuck out of here. Like, it was just so embarrassing. But then I called my friend, and I was like, oh my God, you see me totally eat shit there. And he was like, no, oh my God, what? And I was like, never mind. No, I was like, oh, I told him what happened, but I was like, I can't believe it. And then some girls, because then I was like totally covered in rock salt. So these other girls I work with, when I went back to the unit to get the charger, like, are you all right? And I told them what happened. They were like, oh my God, because I was so covered in salt. And these girls were like, did you get hurt? And I was like, I think I'll be okay. But I was like, but when I first fell, like, I did kind of want to cry, but like, I kept it together. And then they like burst out laughing. I was like, but I did. Like, is that so funny? Like, I did want to cry. I was like upset. But I lived. But me and Pacho both have like two terrible bruises. His is way worse though. And his is like low key, like a little bit more on his butt. Not actually, but like he's not familiar with the art of taking like an insta baddie butt on the fucking bathroom counter mirror selfie. So it's like, if you, because like if you do have a big bruise on your leg, like, and you're not sure how to take an ass pic, that's like a little bit of a less subtle way to do it if you have shorts on or something, because like you can just pull them up and then it's not like you're taking a pic from below to look at your shelf butt. I don't know. But I took a picture of Joe's leg and you can't really tell what it is. But then I showed it to my family last night. We went to dinner and he was like, and then like they didn't know it was his butt until he was like being weird. And I was like, Joe, it's like you can't even tell it's your butt. And then my sister was like dying laughing. She's like, you could have told me that was just like your arm. I'm like, oh my God, it's just like such a terrible bruise. Ugh. As you guys know, because I was talking about in the last episode that I don't even think I've posted yet, the work Christmas party was the other day, and it was a good time. Like, I planned it, organized it, and like it ended up being really fun. Great turnout. I was so drunk. People were having fun. Then we went to the new Sam Walker's in Swampscott after, which was nice. And I kept being like, I feel like I'm in Lincoln and Southie. And they were like, okay, Grandma, go back to bed. No, I'm just kidding. They were just like, okay. It was really fun. But I made some pop brownies before, and it definitely went better than last time. Like this time, because I actually used brownies. And then I actually, like, I got a scale. Shout out my homie that gave me the scale. And I feel like it definitely turned out better. But the problem is, like, I literally stepped away for, like, 1 second to grab something in the other room. And when I came back, I was like, no. After I already baked it to perfection, it just was, like, it told me to, like, not boil it, but just, like, simmer it a little bit in the oil. But then I was like, oh, no. And, like, so it just tasted kind of potent. But, like, I definitely was high from it. So, like, I don't know, they turned out pretty good. And I used the Ghirardelli triple fudge brownies, which are so good. So as you guys may know, one of the loves of my life is watching TV. I love it. I love a big TV. I'm on team big TV, you know, and I'm counting down the days until Christmas so I can watch the rest of season 5 of Stranger Things before the New Year's, obviously. But the episode title Shock Jock is making me anxious for both Steve and Lucas. And the descriptions they've given like us of what to expect for some of the episodes are also giving me anxiety. And I'm like, why? Don't torture me more than you already have. But I'm excited. It's going to be good as fuck. But season 2 of Fallout dropped today. Woo! You know, me and Joe already started streaming it. It's so good. But I need the next episodes. I've already forgot. Like, I just, like, forgot what a tease it is. I know they did it for Summer I Turned Pretty too, but, like, when the shit drops weekly, like, I hate it. Like, especially when they give me 2 in the beginning. It's like, girl, I want to keep going. Give me the whole season. But at least I'll have a new show to talk about every week for the podcast. But I also recently, the other night, started Mad Men, and it's like, no wonder everybody wants to fuck Don Draper. I watched 2 episodes. I'm pretty sure he's like a piece of shit, cheats on his wife. Oh yeah, he does. Like, that's literally featured in those episodes. But I've been watching Handmaid's Tale. Or no, I haven't been watching Handmaid's Tale. I did watch Handmaid's Tale. You guys know that. I finished the whole show. But as I just started Mad Men, all I can think of again is, how is Elizabeth Moss or whatever, like, a Scientologist? Like, that is so crazy to me. I don't know. Joe and I finished binging all of Dairy Girls. He's like, is there going to be another season? I'm like, unfortunately, no. It's so good, though. But, you know, our Irish American asses ate that shit up. We loved it. It's so good. You guys got to watch Dairy Girls if you've never seen it. So, Rachel Sennett, can I even forgive you for the way you ended last week's episode of I Love LA? Like, you're breaking my fucking heart. Like, why do you think that was okay? Like, I think I'm going to cry during the finale, too. Like, I don't want to. Like, I want to have a good experience. But I'm like, why are we breaking up Rachel and Josh? Or Maya and Josh. Maya and Dylan. I don't know. You're breaking my heart, girl, though. But Tallulah and you, I love the looks you were serving. I literally was like, give me those outfits when you got out of the hospital. It was pretty dope. So one of my coworkers, because I was talking about how, like, I used to be such a picky eater and how there's still some flavors that I still, like, just, like, don't super fuck with. Oh my God, wait, I have to go back. Oh my God, before I move on from TV talking, these gay hockey guys are ruining my fucking life. Like, last week's episode, I was crying. This week, and then it's like at the end with Kip and Scott, it was so good. Like, I was crying happy tears. I was like, oh my God, don't do this to me right now. I can't wait for next week. I just can't wait. Like, I need it now. But I'm gonna have to fucking wait, so whatever. But yeah, I don't know. These gay guys that play hockey are really ruining my life. I think they're ruining everybody's, but maybe they're ruining it in a good way. Who knows? But moving on from TV watching. At work, like, I don't know, last week we were talking about, like, Because I used to be a really picky eater, and my coworker was asking me about different flavors that I liked, and it's like because someone had like maple candy, and I really didn't like it because I was like, and then I was like, I guess I won't be a pussy, I'll just try it, but I didn't like it because I knew I wouldn't. But like maple's just been something I'm definitely less of a picky eater than I used to be. Like I used to be so bad, but now it's like, you know, I definitely eat a lot more, and I make myself eat a lot more. Like I was saying, I tried that maple candy even though I knew I wasn't gonna fucking like it. Maple I've never liked, and I remember when I was younger, and like, Julie, what do you do about pancakes? I don't know, butter, whipped cream. If it's a good pancake, it's not gonna be too dry for me. I'm drinking chocolate milk with it. Don't worry about me. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to eat the fucking pancake without choking. Don't worry about me. But I just like don't love the flavor of maple. It's just not my favorite. But when we were younger, and like my brother was in Boy Scouts, and like when we were a little young to be in Girl Scouts, then like we'd go to like the local farms, and they'd be like tapping the maple trees for the sap, and like they'd let us drink it right from the tree, and they'd like let us have the fresh maple syrup. And it's like I'd never like it, but like I'd always try it because like my mom would be like, just try it, and I'd be like, ugh. And I still don't like it to this day. It's just not my favorite. I don't like it. I also don't really like root beer, and like because of that, you guys know that like low key I'm a Pepto Bismol advocate when it comes to being hungover. But like Joe always keeps the fucking chewables on him. Now he has the pills more often. I would never drink the liquid. I can't. But like the chewables, like one time I was throwing up at his house, and I don't even think I had to have been hungover, but I actually don't think I was. Like I think I just like didn't feel good. Like I just like ate something that like wasn't sitting right with me, and then the next morning I threw up because sometimes I begin acid reflux like that. And Joe was like making me take the chewable Pepto, and I was like, this is disgusting. Like it was making me want to throw up because it tastes kind of like root beer because it's like sarsaparilla, and I had to look it up. It's like that's why I don't like it, because I just like don't like that sarsaparilla taste. Ugh, I wish I did, but I don't. It's just not my favorite. I also hate mushrooms, not just magic mushroom taste. Every mushroom, I hate them. And I hate capers. I'm a proud caper hater. I don't want them. I love the chicken margarita or whatever the fuck it is at Italian places, but it's like, leave out the capers. It's literally like, do you want to have something? Do you want to have a really good food? Except for we're going to put these stinky little Orbeez on there. And it's like, I don't want to eat that. And it's like, now my whole food tastes like sweaty socks. Like, I hate them. Ugh. Anyways, moving on. Now moving on to something that's a little bit more for everyone. Luigi Mangione. So allegedly, blah, 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 people think Luigi Mangione shot that guy. And it's like, obviously he didn't. He was with me, the vibe. But the defense attorneys recently have highlighted how Mangione was not read his rights until 19 minutes after officers first approached him. Officers testified they believe Mangione was a suspect in the New York shooting, and were trying to confirm his identity without raising his suspicions because they were under a high level of threat. But from what I've been hearing is there was a lot of fuck ups in this case, and like I don't know if he'll get off completely, but it sounds like there's a lot of evidence that can't be used in court. So we'll see how it plays out, and maybe Robin Hood will walk free. That would be pretty amazing. Speaking of people that are killers that should be locked away and etc., Brian Walsh is that guy from Chatham, Mass. That murdered his wife and like cut her up and spread her across the North Shore because his like mom lived around here. What a piece of shit! But I didn't realize till people were talking about it at work that he literally spread like the piece of his wife like in the garbage behind like this liquor store I go to all the time, like at the Home Depot. Like it's like, what the fuck? It's like I thought I would have been okay because we're kind of far away from there, but it's like I guess not. And I'm like, ew, like that makes me feel so gross. And it's like, even still, they're never gonna recover a body because like if he cut her up like that, like it's all gonna be in like landfills or burned or whatever. Like what are they gonna do? It's so fucked. Ugh, it's so fucked. The whole thing's so fucked. So going back to something I talked about maybe last episode I haven't posted yet, or the one I did post last. Why was my Spotify age 68? Like I was thinking about it because it's like I listen to a lot of songs that would like you'd think I'd be really young, like Sabrina Carpenter and stuff, But we have to remember, I love rock music. I love Stevie Nicks. I love Fleetwood Mac. I love the Eagles. I love Led Zeppelin. I love Journey. the my Gleek ass loves Journey and loves singing that shit. Heartbreaker 1990 remaster by Led Zeppelin is maybe the best song ever, and automatically you immediately have to follow it by playing Living, Love, and Made. Like She's Just a Woman, unless you're like a heathen, but it's just like so perfect because when it ends, then it goes like right. It's just so you got to listen to it. It's perfect. But I also like 2 days after the Wrapped dropped, and I was like, what the fuck? Especially because I was sitting with some of the student nurses when we were doing it, and it was like just kind of embarrassing because it was like, damn, you guys are all so young and I'm literally 68. But like I was literally streaming Abbey Road again. I love Abbey Road. I love all that shit. I love it. And like Ventura Highway has gone triple platinum in my Spotify for years. Whenever I go to karaoke, my go-to song is Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine. Which actually, fun fact, I had this singing teacher when I was in middle school. I loved her. She was in a Guns N' Roses cover band because she was like classically trained though, but like she was. And so sometimes I had to come into rehearsal and she'd be singing it, and she was just so great. You guys also know I love streaming the Stranger Things soundtrack always. So like that also puts my age a little bit back. But I listen to music from all times, so then it kind of adds to it. I also love like Dolly Parton. I also listen to some Frank Sinatra. You never know. You never know what's going to come up on my fucking playlist. I guess I need to take a moment to recognize the magic of Crystal Light as a mixer. # diet hack. It is a pretty good mixer if you have nothing else on hand. There's definitely better things that have a little bit more sustenance to it, but I wrote this down because I must have been drunk off of Crystal Light and alcohol when I added that. I then want to talk about, per myself, the genuine power of pretty girls. And let's be honest, like, the best way to really harness it is to just like wear a little makeup, do your hair, but not too much, or you're gonna give like American Girl doll, you know what I mean? Like if you do like curls and you don't brush them out, like that kind of vibe, like, you know what I mean? Do it good, but it doesn't have to be that crazy. If you're doing your makeup and you don't want to do a lot of makeup, all you really have to do is this: concealer, little bit of blush, maybe like a tinted lip balm, and if you really feel the need, mascara. But like if I like really am not gonna wear any makeup, like I literally would just put blush on. But like I love to have a lipstick on me, especially because like I do have pretty pink lips, but I also especially when it's cold and stuff, like they get pale pretty fast because I'm so pale. But you also like, if you're skinny, like I don't want to be like that because there's so many bigger women and men that are beautiful and really attractive to everything else. But like there is obviously truth that like I've lost a lot of weight recently. People definitely are a lot nicer to you. That's all I gotta say. Is that like I'm not necessarily promoting that, or if I am, like just know like it's coming from a place of me perpetuating these society's ideas. Like that's like what I'm saying is going on. But it is unfortunately true because it's like as much as like everyone's like, oh, body positivity and stuff, it's like everyone who loses like a little weight kind of know, or a lot of weight knows, like people like fucking moving my computer around, people really are a lot nicer to you, and it's like fucked up, really fucked up. Also, me having dimples, I feel like has always been a big thing because like I feel like when people would be like dicks to me in the hospital, especially when we used to have to wear masks all the time, I just like pull that shit down and be like, I'm sorry, and then they'd be like, oh, you're cute and you have dimples. I love dimples on a man too, but like anyways, like there is a genuine power to pretty girls, but like I was saying is like part of it is natural, part of it's skinny, part of it is your confidence and your personality of being like, oh, ha ha ha, I'm nice and pretty and I have this nice Disney princess vibe. And also part of it is just like effort. I don't know if I already said that one. I think I said them all, but yeah, but just so you guys know. But then I had a patient that was like, I walked him out the other day and he was telling me like he felt like he wanted to mention, like he felt like he really noticed and appreciated that I was really passionate about what I do, which I really appreciated. It was really nice. And then like a little later, Timmy was trying to like discharge a patient. And then I was like, oh, you want me to get a wheelchair? He's like, don't mind? I was like, I'm not doing anything. Yeah, let me get you one. And I was like, I want to get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. Because my third day in a row, I was like, get me out of here. So when I got the wheelchair, come back. And because luckily there's one on the unit already that I already brought back when I got my patient before because I saw it in the hallway. And no one had taken it. And then I went in to get his patient. His patient was like, it said very, very hard of hearing on the door. Let's just put it that way, which is hilarious that someone wrote very, very on the sign. But like, he was very, very hard of hearing. It was good to note that it's pretty serious. But his son was there too. And his son was probably like in his 30s or 40s. And I was like, oh, I have the wheelchair. And they were like, oh, thank you, whatever. And Timmy's like, oh, you want me to wheel you out, or is your son gonna wheel you out? And he goes, oh, I can do it. Like the son was like, I can do it. And then I was like, I can do it, like if you need me to. And then the old guy was like, well, no, I didn't even say that yet. And then the old guy was like, no, I want her to do it, because he obviously like thought I was pretty. He's just like an old man. And I was like, yeah, I can wheel you out. Like, sure, I can do it. I was just like laughing because I was like, oh God. But I was like, damn, I wish these people tip me. Especially because like I'm a nurse. I'm not even a transporter. But I don't know. Do with that information what you will. But moving on, I have to give a shout out to the sprinkle munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts, especially because I had some recently and they were so good. They're goated. But like, I remember in high school, like our schedules would rotate, and like whenever we'd have chorus first period, like we could bring like breakfast and food and stuff, because our teacher didn't care, and he's like, whatever, it's first period, like we'll take 15 minutes to eat and then we'll do whatever, which was always fun, especially like because it's like everyone's tired in the morning. But this one kid lived really close to one of the Dunkin' Donuts, and he one time had brought in munchkins, and their sprinkle munchkins were there, and I was like, oh my God, I fucking love these are my favorite, and they never have them, like they only have them seasonally. So whenever they did have them, he would always get them if we had course that day, and it was so nice. And I was be like, oh my God. And I was like, he's like, I literally got those for you. And I was like, that's so nice. But it's not like he was like had a crush on me, it was crazy or creepy like that. It was literally just like, he was like, I was going, and I remembered you always make such a big deal that you love them. And so, like, if I'm going to be getting them and I see they have them, I'm like, oh, put some of those in there. Like, I know, like, other people would be like, don't get this kind or get this kind. He's like, so that's just what I've been doing. It was so nice. I always remember that. But, yeah. Oh, I do have one nutcracker here that's, like, a pretty big nutcracker. I don't want to get up and show them to you guys, but I can post a picture or something later. But I do love nutcrackers, and I've always loved the nutcracker. Like, growing up, I'd be in it all the time. Older cousins and family friends be in it. We'd go see them. We'd go see it on, not on Broadway, but like we'd go see it like in Boston and stuff, and local performances. And when I was younger, one time I went and saw it with my grandmother, and she bought me this little Clara nutcracker. And so in the nutcracker, for those of you who don't know, and I love the nutcracker music for those of you who also don't know that, it's this little girl, Clara, or whatever. It's her Christmas tree becomes ginormous. The nutcracker comes to life. They have to fight everything. They fall in love, blah, blah, blah. But this nutcracker that my Grammy bought me at the Nutcracker Ballet it looks just like Clara, and she has a pink dress on, and she has a little baby nutcracker in her arm, and then it's just like on her chest where it opens to like be the nutcracker. You're not really supposed to use most of these for actual nutcracking, especially because they're just wooden. You can break them. But we have a ton of nutcrackers in my parents' house. Like my parents' mantle has like a million of them, which like I'm not going to take the Clara one now, but later on in life I'll take it. But my mom loves having it, and like it was her mom that gave it to me, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll get it later on, you know. So some of my favorite Christmas songs, now that we're getting in the Christmas spirit, because I mean it's December 19th, I gotta go Hard Candy Christmas by Dolly Parton. I gotta go Merry Christmas Baby and Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen, the E Street Band. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by anyone, but especially Judy Garland. Basically any Nat King Cole song. The Christmas Waltz, I think that's what it is, by Frank Sinatra, especially the 1990 remaster. It's so good. I don't know what it is about these fucking 1990 remasters, but they are so good, between that and the Led Zeppelin song. Last Christmas by Wham or Ariana. Last Christmas by Wham or Ariana. Last Christmas by Wham or Ariana Grande. Her version's really great too. Santa Baby by Ariana Grande. No. Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande. Santa Baby by anybody, but obviously I have to shout out the original Eartha Kitt. Yeah. So I have to shout out the original Santa Baby, Eartha Kitt, but there's a lot of really good versions of that out there. Baby Please Come Home. I love the Mariah Carey version. Who sings the original? Or like the other one I really love. Oh, I love Oh Holy Night by anybody, but Darlene Love, Baby Please Come Home is really good too. I obviously love Mistletoe by Justin Bieber and that entire album. I love Ariana Grande's album. Like, intro's so good. Even With It This Christmas is good. December, Not Just on Christmas. Like, I love all these fucking songs. Christmas Tree Farm by Taylor Swift is really good. Christmas Is When You Were Mine by Taylor Swift is really good. All I Want for Christmas from You Is You by Mariah Carey is obviously shouldn't even need to be said on any Christmas list. I love the Nutcracker soundtrack, like I was telling you guys. And Wonderful Christmas Time is another one by Sir Paul McCartney I love. And what is that? I love Snow in California by Ariana too. Obviously anything I like by her. Sabrina Carpenter, I love her Christmas music too. Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys. Oh, Happy Christmas War is Over by John and Yoko. Obviously it's a classic too. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, Once Upon a December from Anastasia. Obviously I know it's SARS propaganda, but it's still it still hits in this house. So now moving on to everyone's favorite segment, I have to move on to the slightly obsessed list. So one song I've been obsessed with lately that I'll always be obsessed with is Meet Me Halfway by the Black Eyed Peas. I'm obsessed with decorating for Christmas and Christmas decorations, and I'm obsessed with gift giving. I love giving gifts and everything else. I love regular Coca-Cola. I know, guys. Diet Coke is better. It's addictive. Everything else, blah blah blah. Skinny challenge, etc. I need the calories. Relax. Starbucks sugar cookie hot chocolate's like my favorite thing of all time this time of year. It's so good. I love burning, love bongs, bubbler slides, matches, etc. I just got a new one and I'm obsessed. I have a few things from them and I absolutely love them. And I got one for a friend, but I didn't realize it was the wrong size for the fucking bong. I was so pissed. But when I was drunk the other night, I ordered something else. So I'll get it to them before Christmas, and we'll be able to rip that shit together. It'll be fun. But thank you guys so much for. Oh, and I'm also obsessed with the Taylor Swift Eras Tour documentary where she does the behind the scenes. I love it. I've been watching this. I actually am watching it right now. I paused it just to film this because I was like, I gotta film something. And obviously this is a munchie because it's a super short episode unless I think of anything else to talk about. But thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of High Functioning Slightly Faded. As always, this is Mrs. Claus signing off. And please reach me at HFSF Pod on Reddit, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, to send me your Christmas wish list if you want. I don't make any money from this, but maybe it would just be fun to hear what you guys want. And to be honest, if there's a motherfucker out there that should be on the naughty list, let me know and I'll take care of it. I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Bye. Mwah.